LabQuest 2s. It's through Vernier. Yeah. We just recently acquired one, so if you guys have any tips, but the basic idea here, our school just made available the Vernier app, which let me get onto this error server. So Jill, do you guys use this a lot?
I use the desktop kind of Lab Pros more for physics, and then occasionally I have used those, but I don't use it with an iPad.
Okay, so you just, can you print from this at all, or you just have the kids write down the data?
I don't like using the handheld ones because it's so tiny and it's not such an easy transfer.
Okay.
You can remotely usually access it from your computer or from a Chromebook, because we have Chromebooks instead of iPads, so I know you can remotely get it from there, so they can do that from their Chromebook.
Do you teach physics, Jill?
I do. You're going to give me more
Pass it back to
posters?
Jill, yeah.
Oh,
Okay. So the app, I think it's $4.99, is the fancier one called Graphical Analysis. But this is a wireless sensor, and you can either take data. You can take data on this, and then it'll produce a QR code. You probably know more about this, Phil. How do you guys use it? Have you used it with iPads at all yet?
We, our environmental and our bio teachers use those outside with the iPads.
Okay, yeah, so it would be really good. We thought about like if we went on a field trip, but basically, if I can get this set up, I'm selecting it. Yeah, so I'm not super familiar, but I think you can take the data in here and then you can take a picture of it through this app and get the QR code, and then it'll put up the data. You can analyze it. You can find like the best fit line. With this, I could also, we also have these. Anybody get the new wireless temperature probes? So we have the ones that obviously connect to our normal Lab Pros, but we just asked if we could get a couple of these to kind of play around with. We haven't had a lot of time, but we named this one, so Schwemmen. I'll click that.
And you don't need the LabQuest for this, it goes straight to your
Right,
app.
and this one actually can work with the free app. It's called, I don't know, GW Temp. I don't know if it means Go Wireless or what that means. Yeah, Go Wireless. So you can select it, you can connect to the sensor, and then I gotta press my button, it's telling me. It's working. Okay. Alright, so then once you want to start collecting data, just hit the collect, and if I put my hand on it, it should read the temperature change. And the nice thing is you can do multiple of these like at one time, so if you need two different things you're taking the temperature for at your lab station. We only have two, so we haven't experimented with the kids yet. We thought this would be a cool way, once we get the iPads, instead of having to lug in the laptops and the big lab, not big, but the green LabQuest and plug them into the wall. Like this would be a really portable way of getting some easy data. And I don't know, does anybody know if Vernier has other wireless things?
Those are the
that we
only
have
ones.
to-
Those are the only ones.
That's why I'm not sure, we haven't looked into it.
Those are the only wireless ones right now.
Only the temperature
Yeah.
probes right now? Okay. But the pH probe would, I assume, work with this, do you know? I think
Yeah,
this
we
works
can-
with
you can
most,
plug-
because you can plug it in. Yeah, it just wouldn't be wireless, but you could take the data then and export it. So then if I wanted to stop, I could analyze this somehow. I don't know, I haven't really played around with this much, but you can get the best fit line, you can get specific temperature at specific times, and then if you want to, you can, it's kind of off the screen, but there's a share button. So I think you can take a picture of it, you could copy it, you could email it. So if I'm taking this data, I could send it to my partner who then wants to import into a Google Doc as part of their lab report. So there's a lot of capabilities. I'm sure we haven't explored them all yet, but just an interesting thing. I forget how much these cost though. Phil, do you remember how much these are?
75.
75 per?
Yeah.
Okay, so.
And regular temperature probes are $20 and they work just as well.
Just as well, okay. So just thought, I don't know if it's worth the money then, but something to think about. Okay, Amanda's got another.